I am going to be taking some cuttings from our succulents. So they're looking pretty big, and I think it's time to take some succulents and get some more started. So I just take a empty plug tray and I fill it up with some dirt, and then I just go in and cut off wherever I feel like they're, like, look at that, that just came off. Okay, so what I would do is, that one's probably worth a couple at least. So the string of pearls, they root in pretty easily, so I just am gonna stick it down in the dirt like that. It'll help the plant, you know, get a little haircut, and then it'll also be nice to have more. See how that has two heads on it? So I would take one of it. Chop one of the heads off. And then I can still plant that in a combo planter later. So I didn't really, you know, ruin that one, and I added another one. I just literally lay it in the dirt and it grows. So it's kind of cool. So I'm looking for ones that have two heads on it, like that. 1, 2. So I'm gonna cut that baby off right there. See that baby one? Cut the baby head off, stick it in my dirt, like that. Some of them have more. Look at that one. That one has 1, 2, 3, 4 heads on it. So I'm gonna cut off 1, 2, 3, and leave that one for when I wanna plant it in a combination. The donkey tails, those get a lot, so I'll just go 1, I don't know. I'm gonna do a lot on that. Look at that. So I usually go down my row. Okay, that one's pretty good. Oh, that's got 2. I'm gonna grab that one and keep going. So I look at each row and see if it has 2 heads. Then I take one of the heads. Then once I get a little pile, I'll go back in and just stick them. So I just stick the ones that we were doing right in the dirt. That's cool. Look at that one. Take one. I almost cut my hair off. This one on the side, I'm gonna cut. And then all these little babies, I'll just take my fingers. And I'm gonna take her babies. Ooh! I feel bad. Oh. If you lay one of these down in the dirt like that, I don't know if you can see that, I'll back it up, like that, it will start to get little buds on it, I guess, if you would, but it takes a long time. If you just take the head, like we're taking, the whole head top of the plant, it doesn't take nearly as long to grow and use again. So that's why we are doing this, is just using the head, but you can propagate them by just using one of their leaves. I don't know what they're called, but you know what I mean. I did it back in I think it was the fall, and I set them all, you know, I took a leaf, or a perfectly good clean cut off of the plant. I demolished the whole plant. I took a whole thing like this, and I just went snap, 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 and I used all of them. And then, so what I did was I had this whole big pile of, you know, one variety of something, and then I laid it on this big top of a Tupperware bin I had. We laid it on there for 2 weeks just to let them dry out or callus over on the ends. You want it to callus over on the ends or get dry, really dry. So we did that, and then after that we laid them in dirt, and I took a spray bottle of water and misted them every day. It was like, okay, time to go mist the things. And it took quite a while. It took like, oh man, a couple hours out of my day every day to mist them all, because we had them all over the house. We had them like in front of every window you can imagine. We had them in front of my son's slider, down in the basement. We had them in our bedroom. We had them in the dining room, the living room, like any window we could find. We had plug trays of succulents. So it was pretty interesting. My sister actually is the one who told us about it. She was trying it a couple years ago, and she like read about it, or I don't know, I'm not sure how she found out about it, but she was trying it. She did it in like a bowl, and it was working really good, and she's like, you should try this. And I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't even know anything about that. So I tried it, and it works really well. But it just takes a lot longer doing it that way, which is fine. But we just wanted to kind of speed up the process now that we're like planting them for other purposes instead of just for fun. We're planting them for like going to the farmer's market and stuff like that. I would say 6 weeks would be my good guess. For them to like be rooted in, established, and be able to use them again, which I mean I don't think is that long. But if you did it the calloused way, like the leaf part, it takes like, oh my gosh, 6 months. Them all up underneath the grow light, and that one back there is the cutting one we just did, and then the other two are right here. So we'll just get them watered in and they should root in. So pretty full up top. Got house plants around the side because they don't need as much light, and then I put succulents that we just planted kind of like directly under the grow light the best I could. All right, thank you guys for watching, and I hope you enjoyed watching me take some cuttings and listening to me talk. So, all right, well, I hope you have a great day. All right, bye.